So today I'm going to talk about divorce, and we are going to discuss whether it is good for you to divorce your wife or not. Let's see what the Bible tells us about divorce. So it's Matthew chapter 19 from verse 1. And the Pharisees asked Jesus if it was lawful for one to divorce his wife for any cause. This is what Jesus answered. He said that he who created them from the beginning made them male and female, so that they are no longer two but one flesh when they come together. Therefore, let no man separate what God has joined together. That was Jesus' answer. But they said, Moses commanded them to give them a divorce letter for a wife so that she could be sent away. And Jesus answered, This was because of your hardness of your heart that Moses allowed you to divorce your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. Pause. So, it is not rightful to divorce your wife. It was not so from the beginning. But why did Moses allow the divorce of your wives? It's because of the hardness of your heart. Let's continue and see what it's saying. If you read verse 9, it's saying that, and I say to you, whoever divorces his wife except for sexual immorality and marries another commits adultery, and whoever marries a divorced woman commits adultery. So we are seeing many divorces happening. There are divorces that are, maybe the cause was violence, but if we look deeper into it, where did the violence come in the first place? If you read verse um verse 8, he said that he only allowed that because of the hardness of your heart. See, many marriages are not working because the husband has a hard heart or the wife has a hard heart. So you see, there come that violence in between. So you will have to divorce your wife. But the Bible is saying, verse 9, that whoever divorces his wife or his wife for any other reason other than sexual immorality forces her to commit adultery, and whoever marries her after that commits adultery. So the hardness of our hearts is what is making us have these other divorces. It was not rightful to divorce your wife unless it was because of sexual immorality. Who are divorcing their wives other than the reason of sexual immorality, it's not right. Because when you do that, it is not right, and you will be committing adultery after you marry. The wife will be committing adultery, and the one who will marry her will be committing adultery. The Bible has said that clearly. See, that was hard. So the disciples said that, if it is the case, then it's better not to marry. But Jesus said to them, not everyone can do this. Because if it is so, if you are only allowed to divorce your wife just because of sexual immorality, then it is better not to marry, because there are many challenges in the marriage. So the disciples were advising them that it's better not to marry. But Jesus said there are those who are born like they are able not to marry, like they are able to live their lives without marrying. Either they were born like that, or they were made like that by men, or they made themselves like that for the sake of the kingdom of heaven, like the fathers. They have made themselves fathers for the sake of the kingdom of heaven, to serve the Lord purely. And Jesus said that let anyone who is able to receive this, receive it. So if you are able not to marry, do not marry, than marry and then divorce your wife and force her to commit adultery. And remember, a sin that is assisted, if you assist me to do sin, you are as sinful as I am. So, and whoever will marry that woman will be as sinful as the woman is. So be very careful in marrying and divorcing, because marriage, what God has put together, no man should separate.